Welcome, a pretty older woman greeted them when they walked in. How may we help you today? We want to register as adventurers, Alan replied. Are you perhaps students? Yes, our classes begin in April. Do you have a numbered tag you received when you passed your appraisal? When the group produced their tags, they were told that students could register on the second floor. They climbed the stairs, only to be told they would have to wait a while as the counters were currently full. Alan looked around and found the floor absolutely packed with students. In all likelihood, these were ones who had passed on some other day. Farther back in the room were 10 counters designed similarly to customer service kiosks in banks in Alan's memory. Seeing as how the facilities were nicer on this floor than on the first, students seemed to be receiving rather favorable treatment, indicating the Adventurers Guild's willingness to cooperate with Academy City. After a while, Alan and his friends were finally called forward and invited to take their seats before one of the counters. Alan and Cecil sat at the front, while Krena and Dogora took the back. One of the staff members, a woman who appeared to be in her 20s or 30s, brought over 4 crystals. To register as adventurers, each of you take one of these crystals and place your hands on it. The children obliged, and the crystals all gave off a soft glow. These crystal balls are used for the appraisal ceremonies, too. I guess they're just standard for processing personal information in this world. I wonder if someone's making these. Next, please fill these in. The lady then passed out sheets of parchment with fields for their names, birthplaces, talents, and so forth. When the group had finished, the staff member retreated into another room with crystals and forms in hand. She then returned and said, "The process for making your adventurer cards will take some time. During that time, I will now give you some basic information about being an adventurer." Alan got out his grimoire to take notes. Adventurers are managed by the Adventurers Guild. The Guild is an organization independent of the nations. Adventurer ranks go from E to S. All adventurers start at rank E. Adventurers accept quests, for example from the Guild, feudal lords, to complete in order to receive rewards. There are 3 kinds of quests: normal, emergency, designated, and only adventurers rank C and higher can accept emergency and designated quests. Okay, all of this checks out with what Raven told me. Back when Alan was 8, he had gotten acquainted with an adventurer named Raven who had taught him quite a bit about adventuring. There were a few things that Alan was hearing for the first time, but for the most part, they were extensions of what he had already learned. And that about covers it. Do you have any questions? The woman asked. I have a lot, actually, Alan answered. Do you have time?